haunting truths about the human mind to fall asleep to. Introduction: the mind's dark corners. The human mind is a mysterious labyrinth, a place where both light and darkness coexist. As we lie down to sleep, our consciousness slowly drifts away, but the mind never truly shuts down. It hums with activity, processing memories, emotions, and thoughts. There are parts of the mind we are often unaware of, lurking just beneath the surface. These haunting truths about the human mind may be unsettling, but they also offer profound insight into the complexities of our inner world. So, as you close your eyes tonight, let's explore these truths and unravel the eerie mysteries of our minds. The subconscious, a silent puppet master. Imagine your subconscious mind as a hidden puppeteer, pulling the strings of your every action, thought, and dream. It stores all the experiences, fears, and desires you've ever had, often without you realizing it. These subconscious forces shape how you react to situations, even though you're unaware of their influence. Your fears, for example, may not originate from your conscious mind, but from past experiences buried deep within you. Sometimes, these repressed memories rise to the surface in the form of dreams, or even in the way you instinctively feel about certain things without understanding why. As you drift to sleep, your subconscious comes alive, taking you on strange journeys through forgotten memories and unacknowledged desires. The eerie part is that you have no control over this hidden realm, and it holds secrets about yourself that you may not even want to confront. The power of perception. How reality is distorted. One of the most haunting truths about the human mind is its power to distort reality. Our perceptions are not always accurate reflections of the world around us. In fact, the mind often creates illusions, filtering reality through personal biases and emotional states. When we are tired or stressed, our minds are even more likely to warp reality, causing us to see things that aren't really there or feel emotions that aren't fully justified. This is the reason why you might wake up from a nightmare and feel as if the terror was real. It was not, of course, but your mind's ability to convince you of something that isn't true is frighteningly powerful. This distorted sense of reality can be the source of anxiety, as the lines between what's real and imagined blur in moments of vulnerability. The fear of the unknown. How the mind feeds on uncertainty. Humans are creatures of habit, and we find comfort in the predictable. The unknown, however, is a different story. The human mind harbors an intrinsic fear of uncertainty. It craves answers and hates to be left in the dark, but the world is full of unknowns. This is why we often find ourselves feeling uneasy when faced with something we cannot explain, especially in the quiet hours before sleep. As you lie in bed, thoughts of what lies ahead, the future, the unknown, can spiral into irrational fears. The mind conjures up worst-case scenarios, projecting all sorts of unsettling possibilities. This fear of uncertainty is not just a product of our imagination. It's a primal instinct that has kept our ancestors alive. But today, this instinct manifests in ways that often torment us, especially when we are trying to find peace in the quiet darkness of night. The memory trap. Why we can't forget. Another unsettling aspect of the mind is its obsession with memory. Despite our best efforts to forget painful experiences or embarrassing moments, the human brain has a way of trapping these memories. They remain in the depths of our consciousness, often resurfacing in our dreams or when we least expect them. You may think you've moved on from a traumatic event, only to have a random thought trigger a flood of emotions, making the past feel fresh and raw all over again. The more you try to forget something, the more your mind holds on to it. This paradox, known as the rebound effect, is a psychological truth that keeps us connected to our past in ways we cannot control. As you close your eyes, those memories may resurface, creeping into your dreams like unwelcome visitors. The illusion of control, letting go of the reins. The human mind is constantly trying to assert control over the chaos of the world. We like to believe we are in charge of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, but the truth is, much of our mental life is beyond our control. Even in our waking hours, we may be at the mercy of our internal processes, from the involuntary beating of our heart to the automatic thoughts that come uninvited. As you try to fall asleep, you may notice that your mind races with thoughts that you can't seem to control. These thoughts, like shadows in the dark, drift in and out of consciousness. You may feel like you're trying to hold onto control, but the truth is, the mind often works best when you let go. The more you struggle to control your thoughts, the more they slip through your fingers, reminding you that your mind is a mysterious force, much more powerful than you can comprehend. The hidden depths of fear. Why we are afraid of what we cannot see. Our deepest fears are often the ones we cannot see, touch, or even fully understand. These invisible fears linger in the corners of our minds, and our subconscious plays a significant role in amplifying them. They often have no clear origin, but are rooted in the unknown, whether it's a fear of death, the future, or even the vastness of the universe itself. As we try to sleep, the darkness of the room mirrors the darkness in our minds, and the fear of the unseen becomes all-encompassing. The mind's desire for patterns. How we create meaning out of chaos. The human brain is wired to find patterns, even when none exist. This innate desire to create meaning is a survival mechanism, helping us navigate the world around us. But it can also lead to illusions. The mind constantly searches for structure, and when it can't find one, it invents its own. This can lead to superstitions, conspiracy theories, or even misinterpretations of innocent events. As you close your eyes tonight, remember that the patterns you see may not always reflect reality. The unpredictability of dreams. Unlocking the mind's hidden messages. Dreams are the mind's playground, where the rationality of the waking world is left behind. Yet, despite how illogical or bizarre dreams may seem, they often hold significant meaning. The mind uses dreams to process emotions, thoughts, and unresolved conflicts. The unpredictable nature of dreams, shifting between the absurd and the profound, reveals how fragile and complex our understanding of reality can be. When you dream tonight, remember that even the most random of dreams could hold a message about your waking life. The evolution of self. Why we are not who we think we are. The human mind is constantly evolving, and so is our sense of self. From childhood to adulthood, our personalities, beliefs, and perceptions shift. This evolution is not always linear. We often change in ways that surprise even ourselves. The person you are tonight may be vastly different from who you were years ago, and you may wake up tomorrow with a new perspective or desire. This fluidity of self is both comforting and terrifying. The haunting truth is that the person you think you are may not be the person you'll become, and the version of yourself you were is already a memory. The weight of emotions. How our feelings shape our reality. Emotions are some of the most powerful forces within the human mind. They can guide us, motivate us, or completely overwhelm us. What's unsettling, however, is how emotions can distort our perception of reality. When you're sad, the world seems darker. When you're anxious, everything feels uncertain. Emotions are like lenses through which we see the world, yet they're not always accurate. As you fall asleep, remember that your current emotional state could color your dreams and your perception of your waking world. The fear of death. how our minds cope with the ultimate mystery. Death is a universal truth, yet the human mind struggles to comprehend it fully. The fear of death is one of the most profound and primal fears we experience. It's not only the fear of physical cessation, but the fear of the unknown that follows. While some may find comfort in spiritual beliefs, others are left with existential dread. As we drift off to sleep, our minds may offer strange and unsettling thoughts about mortality. This fear often manifests as nightmares or dreams of lost opportunities, missed connections, and unfinished business. The illusion of time. How the mind warps our sense of reality. Time is a construct, a way for the human mind to make sense of the passing moments. Yet, it's an illusion that our minds readily accept. Time can feel like it flies when we're happy, or drags on endlessly when we're in pain. Our perception of time is deeply subjective, and the way it warps during moments of stress, excitement, or sleep is both fascinating and eerie. As you close your eyes tonight, think about how the minutes you spend lying in bed may feel like hours or pass by in the blink of an eye. The shadow self. Embracing the dark aspects of our personality. Carl Jung, a famous psychologist, introduced the concept of the shadow self, the unconscious aspects of our personality that we tend to reject or suppress. These dark traits may include anger, jealousy, or even tendencies toward cruelty. The mind works hard to keep these parts hidden, but they are always there, lurking just beneath the surface. As we sleep, these shadow aspects may emerge in our dreams, reminding us that we are not as good or pure as we might like to believe. Acknowledging these darker aspects of ourselves is the first step toward true self-awareness. The power of words. How language shapes our thoughts and emotions. Language is one of the most powerful tools of the human mind. Through words, we express our thoughts, create connections with others, and give meaning to our experiences. But what if language shapes more than just our conversations? What if the words we use shape the way we think, feel, and experience the world? The words we say to ourselves, our internal dialogue, can have a profound effect on our emotions, influencing how we perceive reality. Tonight, as you prepare to sleep, think about the words running through your mind. Are they supportive or destructive? How are they shaping your dreams,